Have either one of you ever contributed or supported a Democrat in any other election? If so, whom, how much, to what extent, and why?
Who's first? I am? Okay. To my knowledge, never. And actually, let me maybe use a few seconds here to, Eric, you talked about your mother being a liberal.
She was, yeah.
Well, I must tell you that his grandmother was a solid Republican who I had the privilege of serving with in my precinct when I was a committeeman back in the 80s, and I commend her for that, and you through that, if you will. I am a Republican. When I could first register to vote, I registered as a Republican, and I've only supported Republicans from that point on.
Okay, this must be your question, Kevin.
Not my question.
I've supported two. I've supported two Democrats. One of them actually wasn't running as a Democrat when I supported him. I supported Senator Lieberman when he was running for re-election in the Senate after the Democrats had kicked him out. I don't remember the amount of that contribution. The other one, and this one might shock you, is I supported Congressman Polis in his first election. I gave him $1,000. Now, let me tell you a couple things about it. We've talked about redistricting. Kevin talked about redistricting at the beginning. This was a very safe district. It was a 12-point Democratic district. And I care who represents me. And I knew that no Republican was going to win that district. Congressman Polis told me, and we've been friends for 15 years. I don't think we're friends now that I put out the Fire Jared Polis video. But we had been friends for 15 years, and he told me, you know, I understand the principles of liberty. I'm going to be a new kind of Democrat. I didn't know that a new kind of Democrat was going to be even worse than the old kind. I regret that contribution. You know, I've asked for it back. I haven't gotten it. If you see it, I'll tell them to send me my $1,000 back, please. But I'll tell you a couple other things, though. I have a long history of making campaign contributions. I've made them to many Republicans. I think that contribution is about 2% of my total contributions that I've made. You can go to FEC.org and see it. Senator, as far as I know, you've never made a single federal campaign contribution to any House member, Senate, or presidential candidate. Why don't you have somebody you think's worth $200?
I suppose the last 10 years of my life as a legislator and serving as a precinct committeeman back in the 80s and in every opportunity since then doesn't count for anything if that's the case.